Hey, Stitchy friends. It's early in the morning here, Friday, May 8th. I'm Veronica Dancer, and this is my 25th Flosstube. You're probably watching this after the end of May because I plan to film a little bit at the end of every week, so every Friday morning when I do my 5 starts in May, and stitch them all together and post them at the end of May. So I'm going to get right to it. First of all, though, thank you for joining me. Welcome if you're new. For those of you who don't know, Flosstube videos tend to be about cross-stitch and other like fiber arts, and mine are entirely about cross-stitch. So first of all, though, before I get into what I've been doing for Stitch Mania, there was something that I stitched on at the very end of my last video and a little bit after, so I want to show you an update on that. So, European Bistro by Dimensions. And I will first hold it up so you can sort of see side by side. And I worked on, obviously, down here. This is mostly like half stitches and stuff, so it went pretty quickly. It's kind of neat to watch it, how it's turning out. You can sort of see some more detail within the store. So, yeah, it's fun. Sorry if I don't sound too, overly excited. I just woke up. This is the only time I can usually film. My kids and husband are sound asleep. And I usually get up earlier than everyone because I get everyone's lunches ready, and it's just like a little bit of time for myself. So the thing that I started on May 1st, let me hold it up kind of far away, is called Exceedingly Grateful by Heartstring Samplery. Did I finish this? No. But I got pretty far along. So this is on, I think, 32 count Ren by Picture This Plus. So here's where I got, or how I did. I changed a couple of things on this. One of them is probably going to be quite obvious, the word grateful. I didn't do in the same brown color as everything else. I did that in DMC 930 and 31, and I did a blend in the middle to make it look like a gradient. The reason for that is because I was running out of the brown, which is Gentle Arts Dark Chocolate. Got some variegation in it. I'm not, you can tell there's still some left, but you can't really see the variegation in it. Tiny bit between brown and dark brown. I started to run out of it, or I feel like I wasn't going to be able to finish it without running out. So I also wanted to emphasize the word grateful, because I think it's important. I don't know if I'm actually going to finish this. There's still another border below this, and then there's the initials section below and the year. I don't know if I'm going to do that one. I'll probably do the bottom border in the brown again to kind of frame it out. The other thing that I changed is the B row. It was the word B at the beginning, and then it had the border all the way to the end. And I kind of wanted to make it more symmetrical, because this thing down here with the cute little skunks and the flower pot was also symmetrical. To be honest, I didn't fully enjoy working on this, only because it's a lot of words, and I think I've learned that I don't really like stitching letters. Kind of anal about it. This is the backwards, and I try to make it as neat as I can make it, so I don't carry, especially when I'm working on linen. But yeah, I think I kept messing up too, because I'm like, oh, I know what the letter R looks like, and it's not like it's, and I made some assumptions and a lot of frogging in this, which is probably another reason I'm running out of threads. Oh yeah, and my cat chewed on some of them too. So I had to throw some out. So it might have had enough if I had done everything perfectly, but that's not the case. Oh well. Next thing. Oh wait, I don't have any new start ready, so I'll have to get that out one sec though. First though, my other goal for May, besides starting something every Friday, is to work on the accolade. The artist is Edmund Layton, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm going to move it over so you can sort of see like a picture of what it looks like, what it's going to look like when it's done. And then I'm going to now show you what I'm working on now, which is page 4. As you can see, I have like a pathetic start. It's like 150 or so stitches in there. But page 4 is mostly background, as you can tell. So I hope to try to get that done alongside my starts, but I obviously didn't finish the first one, so oh well. So now today, it's May 8th, I will be starting, one sec. I'm going to be starting Fall Squared by Little House Needleworks. This one looks small, but I haven't opened it up yet, so we'll see. Try to zoom in more without glare. It's got 4 little fall scenes on it, but they look teeny tiny, but it's also the picture's teeny tiny, so that could be deceiving. I should open it up and see. Well, we'll see how it goes. If I finish it this weekend, you'll see a lot of progress on the accolade. If I don't finish it, then it's going to be like it was this past week. So I will film again next week and then see you guys later. Bye. So it's May 15th, Friday, and that means I get to do another start. Thanks for sticking with me through this. It's only, I guess, the second video, and it seems like it's been real quick to you, but it's been a whole week for me. So last week I started Little House Needleworks Fall Squared. And I started on Friday. I finished it on Sunday, so it just took 3 days. So here's what that looks like. I enjoyed working on this. It kind of reminded me of like Tiny Modernist with lots of little things where like one little X is so significant because it's such a large percentage of the piece. Like for example, these little birds, there's one up here, and one flying, are just like a handful of X's, but you can tell what they are. So yeah, it was fun. I think it's really pretty. I'll probably frame it at some point. I did it in all the called for classic colorworks, and there's one DMC in there too. The fabric is 32 count colonial parchment Belfast linen by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Sorry, but again, it's kind of like a peachy color, which probably isn't showing up too well because I don't have all my lights on. I could turn it on, but then it's really bright, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning, so I don't feel like looking at bright lights right now. After that, since I finished that a little bit early, I started working on the accolade. And here's where I'm at. I'm on page 4. So it doesn't look like much, and it's like blotchy browns and stuff, but it's about 35% of the page. So I am on track for finishing this page this month if I continue to finish my small starts early like I did the last one. So with that being said, today I will be starting Beginner Whitework Ornament. It's a free pattern by Teresa Wensler. I'll insert a picture of that. And I will be doing that on 32 count slate blue Lugana using B5200 and these white, they're just like white little beads from a Mill Hill kit. There's 03015, just plain white. And it calls for about 50 beads, and I've got enough, so like left over from one of those little ornaments. Yes, I saved them. That's it for now. We'll see you next week. Bye. Hey everyone, it's Friday, May 22nd, and this is my Maynia update for this week. So last week I started Beginner Whitework Ornament by Teresa Wensler, and I finished it the next day. So it only took me like a day and a half to do. It's all specialty stitches and beads. I made a couple of changes. Obviously I talked about the colors in my last video, but I added a few extra beads as well. But yeah, I really liked it. I enjoyed working on all there's no crosses in here at all. No regular cross stitches, I mean. I learned a lot. The instructions are really good. You'll find a link below to the pattern, the design on, unless she takes it down on Teresa Wensler's website. So that was fun. Next, since I only worked on that for a day and a half, I picked up again my the Accolade page 4. So here's where I got. As you can tell, I got pretty far. I'm almost finished with page 4 already. I'm like 92% done according to my stitch counts and pattern keeper. I just have obviously the big blotches in the background and then also a little bit on her crown, but yeah, I love the way it's turning out, especially when you step back. When you look it up close, you see like the pixelation and stuff like that, and lots of confetti in her, very little in the background. So the background I can get like, hundreds of stitches done a day, but when I work on her, since there's so many different colors, but I love the way it looks as a result. So today, May 22nd, I will be starting When I Think of Autumn by Puntini Puntini. I'm going to stitch this on a 32 count raw Belfast linen and using, I think it's just DMC colors. And I realized after I watched this that the pin pack that is in it was a separate purchase. So if you're interested in purchasing this, that there is an optional, I think, pin pack, but it does come with a couple of buttons too, which are in here. So I don't know if you can see, but so it's got buttons and pins. So I'm gonna have to fully finish this one. I can't put this off like I'm doing the others. So I have a place to put those pretty pins. If that goes quickly, I'll pick the Accolade back up and try to crank out the rest of page 4. After that, I'm not sure. So this is my second to last video. I'm going to film one more time. I do have off today, so I'm excited. I slept in a little bit. It's actually light outside. Usually when I film, it's dark outside. My hair is still wet. I'm going to, so today, I have today off, and then Monday in the United States is Memorial Day, so I have that off as well. 40 weekend, yay! I also have a lot of yard work, boo! So I'm not sure if I'll get any additional stitching done this weekend, but we'll see. I'm going to film one more time, like I said that already, sorry. For my Maynia updates, put it all together and post this. If you've been following me on Instagram, there's probably all kinds of spoilers for this video, so sorry about that. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye! It's Saturday, May 30th. I meant to wake up early and film yesterday on Friday, the 5th Friday in May, but I slept in. So I have some updates for you, and then I'm going to share all of my haul for the month of May, all the purchases I've made, which is probably too much, but whatever. So last week I started, if you follow me on Instagram, none of this will be surprises, but whatever. I started When I Think of Autumn by Puntini Puntini. So that, finishes into a little pin pillow. And I have it comes with some buttons, and I purchased, my LNS purchased for me a pin set. I put the buttons on it, and I finished it with the buttons on it. So there's a little acorn up here and a chestnut down here. I also did the measuring and cutting for the finishing of the pillow, but I need to do a few things before I can make it into a pillow. But I really enjoyed this project. It took me about 3 days. Things I need to do are buy a sewing machine and the backing fabric. Or borrow my mom's sewing machine. I used to have one, but it broke. I just haven't gotten to finding a good spot for one yet. And my cat just jumped on the couch, so I don't know if you can see her because she blends in with the couch. She likes to be on video. You know what? I'm not going to bother putting this back in the bag. I can do that later. So, after I finished that, I picked up the Accolade by Edmund Layton, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So I'll put a picture of that here, what that's going to look like when it's done. And I've been working on page 4, so I'll show you what that looks like. And again, follow me on Instagram, you'll know I finished page 4. Yes, Hermione, I finished page 4. So let me hold it up close first. So page 4 is over here on the right side. I finished off the top portion of her head and crown, and then all this background. So page 5 gets into more background, but some of the watchers, I guess, of the ceremony or whatever. I'm going to turn the lighting back up a little bit so I can get a good before picture. It's still too much behind me. Okay, so I'll hold it down, or, well, if I just hold it here, I can move it in the right spot for the next time. So that's the accolade, page 4. So finish number 2. Oops. Sorry, everybody. Next, I picked up Sisters Together by Erica Michaels. So I should be saying the fabrics. Dang it. Well, I've been saying them all along, but this one is on 40 count silk gauze. I'm doing the full thing, and I finished it. So finished. This one I can sort of hold up to where I was last time. You can see my little ponies through it. I'll hold it down here. There we go. All I had was that little corner to do. Let's do it down over right here, right? So it didn't take me too long to get through the rest of it. Now I need to frame it and send it to my sister, and I have until August to do that because her birthday's in August. So I didn't post this one on social media because my sister follows me there. I sincerely doubt she watches my videos. Okay, so that was finish number 3. If you're counting, right? I count a page finish as a finish. But that's all for my finishes. So after that, I picked up. I did not do a new start yesterday, I should say. While I've been having fun doing these small new starts, I kind of just want to work on my large projects. So I figure I can do what I want. Change plans, whatever. I'll save my small things for like travel projects and stuff like that. But when I'm at home and I have like, you know, a setup for myself to stitch, I can do the really big things. And I think I enjoy doing those more because I enjoy the output more. It's more like impressive and stuff. But anyway, next WIP. This is the last one too. I picked up Mermaids of the Deep Blue by Mirabilia. MD number 85. So I'm going to, it's currently on my scroll frame, so I can hold it back a little bit so you can see kind of compared to where I was last time. And I'll zoom in. So I worked on the right mermaid's skin. I'm just kind of starting with some of the darker shades of it. I am doing the skin 2/1 continental tent stitch. I don't know if it'll focus on. It's not really focusing well enough to show that. But to me, it looks just as nice as the 1/1, and it's actually, you know, half the time. So, because there's a lot of skin on her, especially her arms come like way up here, and I kind of want to get to the top because I want to see if I have enough fabric. I think I will. It's just going to be not a lot of extra to work with. So the fabric for this is 28 count Serene linen by Picture This Plus. And so that's the last of my WIPs. So purchases for the entire month of May. I'm not going to show you all of them because like I bought some, you know, DMC floss and some needles and stuff like that. But some of this was in April too, honestly, and I didn't show you because I kind of did that quick little video at the end of May. Yes, that's a cattail. So from one of the 2 needle workshops near me, Crafty U, I went to their online shop. I'll link them below. They're in Broadview Heights, Ohio, but they do online orders as well as phone-in orders, and I think they're actually open now. So I ordered a few things from them. A couple were these Jim Shore Mill Hill kits. A puppy and kitten that I think can be larger ornaments or something else, I don't know. I thought they were cute. Anyway, there are a lot more in the series. A lot of cute snowmen in this Jim Shore series. I made some online purchases, and I also bought the fabric for those things. So, one of them was, it's called The Mermaid of Salem Bay by Primitive Hair. And I also bought the fabric for that from Crafty You. So I'll hold this next to me. I'll put the picture of what it's going to look like what the finished product is for that. Obviously, I haven't started it yet. I ordered some of the flosses for it too. I'm not called for, but trying a conversion. We'll see how that goes. The other thing I ordered, and this I bought like back in a few months ago, and I didn't show it because it's a digital purchase, but I also bought, I think it's called Into the Deep, or it's a mermaid from Passione Ricamo, and I bought a fabric for that. And this is, I think it's like, hold on a second, unfold it because it's like either printed or painted on one side. But I bought this from Fabric Flare. It's going to be really hard to show up on the camera, but it's a 28 count Lugana in, I think it's Caribbean Sea. And it's also got some opalescent fibers woven through it, but it is kind of hard to see on the camera here. And it's very subtle, but it's nice. I like it. It's good for a mermaid. Can't talk today. The last thing that I want to show you that I purchased was this one. Adia, the Garden Fairy by Nora, Corbett, Mirabilia. It's MD number 41. I should have my reading glasses for this. I got it on eBay for a bargain, although it said it was unopened, and it's clearly been opened, you can see. That's okay, I don't really care. It was still a bargain on eBay. It was like 20 bucks. So, which is good because it's out of print. And I've really liked this one a lot. So, that's all I have. This is probably going to be a long video after I stitch things together, but I will be posting the video today. So, I hope you all had a nice Maynia. I hope your weather's good. I hope you're stitching and making the most out of your time and enjoying yourself. Please think critically. Lately, racism makes me sick. I don't want to go too deep into that. But, yeah, I hope the best for all of you. I'll see you next time. Bye!